points in mind. One, if you can mute your microphones. For now, we have muted the microphone so that we can have the clarity and focus during the discussion, and we can go through all the topics that we are planning to cover. We will have a question and answer session at the end of the webinar where you can ask your questions. At the same time, if in case we fall short of time to answer all your questions, we will be sharing a feedback and a question and answer form where you can mention your questions and we can come back to you with the answers to those questions. We would also recommend that you keep something to note down, maybe a notebook and a pen, so that you can note down the important points and you can come back to them once we are in the session. Okay, so thank you once again for joining us, and we can now get started with our webinar. So here we are. So I represent TerraSourcing, and we are doing this webinar in collaboration with TNAPX, which is Tamil Nadu Agri Processing and Exports. And today we are going to look at how we can unlock Tamil Nadu's export potential in the food processing and agri exports segment. This is the brief agenda that we are planning to cover today. We will give a brief introduction about the initiatives that TNAPX has been taking up. We will give an oversight. We will also talk about how TerraSourcing is going to help exporters and what's our nature of collaboration with TNAPX. We will discuss a little bit about my background and introduce myself. Then we will come specifically to what is the export growth potential of Tamil Nadu, what are the growth trends and statistics that is happening in the last few years. Then we will talk about some of the challenges that our exporters are facing, and we'll talk about how we can overcome some of these challenges with the help of TerraSourcing services and offerings. At the end, we'll have the Q&A session followed by this webinar, as we discussed. So to start with, let's look at what's happening overall in India. So for India, the export vision and how we are leading the global charge is extremely crucial as we talk about it today. India is on a mission to hit a $2 trillion economy in exports by 2030, which is a bold vision led by Prime Minister Modi. And overall, all the state governments and the export promotion councils are working relentlessly to make India one of the largest exporters in the world. And to achieve this 2 trillion export dream, which is Vision 2030 of the Prime Minister, several initiatives have already been taken. For example, Atmanirbhar Bharat, which is to drive local manufacturing for global markets, free trade agreements, which the government is signing with various countries like Europe, UK, and ASEAN countries, that will help in opening the doors for Indian businesses on a global scale. At the same time, it will also help in currency exchanges without much of difficulty. We are also looking at emerging markets where we can diversify and grow our export footprint and not depend only on very selected markets for our exports. The government is also very heavily investing into logistics, infrastructure, and IT, so that this enhanced infrastructure in whether it is ports, roads, railways, etc., equips our business community and our exporters to be able to achieve this dream. I will present you to start with some of the statistics that we have. This is a half-yearly statistic of 2024 to 2025, starting from April till September. This is half-yearly statistics. If you see on the left-hand side, we have the various countries which are our biggest trading partners. So the number one is China, where we are exporting in rupees crores. Just to make it simple, let's talk about 1,000 crores. So we are exporting 57,000 crores. And we are importing roughly 470. So basically, if you see from China, we are having a negative balance of 412,000 crores, which means that China is presently importing maximum amount of things to India. And India is still taking more from China than we are selling. The next trade partner for us is US, where overall, if you see the last column called trade balance, we can see export minus import. So here our trade balance is 150. So we are exporting more to US. Our export volumes were around 337,000 crores. Then the third ranking partner is United Arab Emirates, also Dubai and other surrounding cities there. Here again we are having a negative trade balance, which means that we are importing more than we are exporting. Fourth is Russia. Fifth is Saudi Arabia, then Singapore, Netherlands, Iraq, Indonesia, and Germany. Now, if you see on the right hand side, except for US, where we are exporting more, and Netherlands, where we are exporting more, majority of the other countries, we are actually importing more. So this is something that the country is working on today, that we as a country should be able to export more, because by exporting more, we can strengthen our economy. We can also grow the per capita income of our citizens, and we can strengthen the currency in the global market. So overall, it will help the country to go to the next level of growth and global ranking in the world. Now let's talk about what initiatives TNAPX has taken in this regard related to Tamil Nadu export promotions. As you know, TNAPX has been formed with a vision to transform agriculture and power the exports. This was set up by the Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare as per the Agricultural Budget 2021-22. It is a not-for-profit company and it has various functions under the guidance of the government. So it fosters innovation in food processing. It supports infrastructure development, again to enhance exports. It also facilitates and encourages private investments into the sector. They also support farmer participation and benefits. How they are operating in various multifold ways, the expected outcomes of all these is that it should help at the ground level with our farmers' income to increase, because if we are able to export more with more value added products, then the farmers' income will obviously increase. We can add more value to our food products on a global market. We can achieve attaining exporting standards where we are presently not able to export. We should upgrade ourselves so that we can achieve those standards, and we can then compete in those markets also where we are not able to export today. We should be able to establish more market linkages, which means as an exporter, you should be able to connect with more number of importers who are in need of your product so that you can sell in more markets. They will also help in building skills like how we are doing today. We are conducting a webinar so that we can help you with some of the queries and help in the skilling from the export perspective. They will also help in developing the culture and overall growth of the industry. Section 2, then we briefly introduce about what TerraSourcing is and why we are conducting this particular webinar. So TerraSourcing is the #1 export enabler for India to the world. When we say export enabler, it means that we are here to support export promotion councils, state export promotion segments like TNAPX, as well as individual exporters in their various challenges to enhance their exports. So we are a platform which we are creating to connect trusted exporters and importers worldwide in very strong collaboration with authentic entities like export promotion councils and state governments, central governments, to enable this kind of a linkage, and also addressing some of the problems that exporters are facing, which is not allowing them to export to the level that they want. These are some of the services and supports that we are providing to the exporters and importers. First support that we provide is lead verification. So as an exporter, sometimes we get leads from Facebook, social media, or through our friend circle, and we don't know whether we should actually do business with this lead or not, because I don't have complete background about that particular company. And in some cases, there might be fraudulent companies also. We cannot deny that fact. So we help in a lot of lead verification by checking across databases of governments, of embassies data, as well as with authentic bodies like ECGC and Export Promotion Councils. And we help in verifying whether this particular company is genuine or not. We will talk about this in more detail, but this is one of the things that we do. Second is we also help you in market research. So one of other challenges that exporters face is that when they're entering into a market, they may not know whether there is proper demand of their product in that particular market. So we help in providing those market research reports, very particularly specific to your product, and helping you what is the potential, market potential of your product in that market. For example, what is the potential of exporting millets in Dubai? If you want to know that answer, it is little hard as an exporter to get all the answers by just Google searching. So we help by combining a lot of data analytics and AI into the technology, and we create these market research reports for you. We also help in comprehensive training programs for exporters, where we give them the essential skills and knowledge so that they can export. This also includes giving them guidance on various regulations that are there for various countries related to their products. We also sometimes consult these exporters in their business expansion and international consulting. This is a roadmap that TerraSourcing has, from creating local insights to having a global impact as our vision. So we want to understand the real problems of exporters by engaging with them as much as we can through platforms like this, where we are in collaboration with TNAPX. And we will do this market research to understand how we can better serve the exporters. We can help them with the initial onboarding on the platform. And then once they are on the platform, we help them step by step into the global expansion. We are a team, a dynamic team. I'm one of the co-founders. I have studied from BITS Pilani in computer science, and then an MBA in SPGen. I have close to 20 years of experience in data analytics, operations, and business strategy. The other co-founder, Mr. Vikram, he is again BTech from IIT BHU and MBA from IIM Calcutta, and he has extensive experience in software and analytics. We also have a distinguished board of advisors, which include being consulted by CEO of ICAR as well as Mr. Siddharth, who's from Google. Little bit about me, what I have been doing. So as I introduced myself, I come from a technology and business background. And I also have extensive business experience of running a successful company myself the last 10 years. Before 10 years, I have been into consulting, where I have consulted companies in financial domain as well as in the healthcare domain. These are some of the awards and recognition that our company has won from our inception. This includes being recognized on various platforms, including educational institutions like SPGen or Innovator, which is the largest, one of the top rated magazines in Europe. We were also recently awarded by She the People as well as Tajurba. Coming back from where we started. So once we are clear about who we are, we understand each other a little bit better. Now we can come back and think about what are the problems at hand. So here we will start with what is the growth potential of Tamil Nadu. Now Tamil Nadu, if we see, it has a very varied agri and food processing landscape. It has several advantages to its credit. The first one being it has a diverse agricultural base. So, where we have a very rich heritage and we can produce fruits, vegetables, spices, and grains. That makes us very unique. We can have so many products in our basket. At the same time, we're also having a very growing food processing industry. So the state is making a lot of effort to encourage the food processing sector with modern facilities and advanced technologies. And there is a very big demand of the food processing industry globally also. As we are seeing that the requirement for pre-processed food, fresh spices, ready-made, ready-to-eat category is also growing. So we have that advantage that as the state has already made a lot of investment into the food processing industry, this is to our advantage. Third thing is the government is very supportive. The Tamil Nadu government has very actively promoted agriculture based exports. They are providing incentives and they are also helping with the various things to develop the infrastructure to enhance the exports. We are also blessed to have a very skilled workforce in Tamil Nadu, where our people are having a very good knowledge of agriculture, food processing, and also they are very strong on connections in terms of the logistics. So we have all the elements needed to build a successful export business. And this is showing also in our status if you look at Tamil Nadu as a hub for agri and food processing exports. Tamil Nadu's contribution is really very big in India's overall agri and food exports. And just to summarize, I know many of you would know this, but our major food processing and agri export hubs are Salem, Coimbatore, Madurai, and Tiruchirappalli. And state initiatives for boosting agri exports, some of you might have been using these, are Tamil Nadu Food Processing Policy 2018. Also, the government has set up special economic zones for agri exports, again, so that we can avoid unnecessary taxation and we can export freely. Plus, Tamil Nadu geographically also has many strategic advantages. For example, we are having ports and connectivity. Many of the states, if you see in India, they are landlocked. So there is no possibility to use the ships and the vessels for exporting. But Tamil Nadu has that unique advantage of ports and international connectivity. We have a very favorable agroclimatic condition which makes it possible to grow and sell variety of things, and the tropical climate is also very helpful. I would just like to go through in bit more detail about what is the current landscape of food and agri exports. What are the top exported products from Tamil Nadu that are getting into the global plate today? If we look at these 5 categories, this is not complete, but this just gives the top ones. The first one is processed foods. We are very big on processed foods. This includes ready to eat meals and beverages. When we say ready to eat meals, the demand for ready to eat meals is growing humongously all over the world, including India. Of course, the reasons are that there is less time to cook and people are always in a hurry, and we are all looking for healthy options which can give us good health as well as it is affordable. So ready to eat meals is a very strong segment. And beverages, again, I think India has a unique position in tea and coffee. We are the topmost producers and we have a unique position there. New variants of beverages also people in the world are looking at, like infusion teas and some kind of innovative products in coffees, etc., that can come out. We are also exporting a lot of spices, the top ones being pepper, turmeric, and cardamom. Because of the recent COVID pandemic, the faith on using herbals and food based medicinal products is also on the very big rise. So a lot of global people are looking at buying more and more of these spices, authentic spices from India, and using them for their daily uh, cooking as well as for medicinal purposes. Then we're also, of course, exporting rice, millets, and pulses to the world. We're also exporting marine products like shrimp and fish. And when it comes to horticulture, we are exporting mango, banana, and pineapple as one of our top products. We can go through a little bit about the export volumes and trends in the subsequent slides. If we see, our major export destinations are US, Europe, EU, Middle East, and the ASEAN countries. This slide kind of gives a little bit about our growth, which has happened in the export side in the last few trend years. So, if as per the last statistics that we found, Tamil Nadu was accounting for almost 9% of the national exports overall from India. I'm sure this number would have increased to 10 to 11% by now. Now, this is a very big number from India's export contributing to a tenth of it is extremely big. And this is increasing substantially. The state recorded a 49% growth in exports during the quarterly results of 21-22 compared to the last year. So you can understand that in 1 year, 49% of growth was achieved in exports from the last year. And of course, the government has taken a lot of steps so that this kind of humongous growth is possible. So, the some of the things that are pointed out here, we can just keep them in our mind that the rise in export volumes is a key focus of the state government. It is a priority for them. And they are not just looking at making the exporters sell raw commodities. No, we are focusing on value addition of the products, making them more value added so that we can get a better price for our products in the global market. We can also get more diversified range of products to the market. We can show innovation. And of course, we have talked about that infrastructure development is going hand in hand. There is also a lot of focus to promote organic farming because organic farming is also in very big demand in global markets, and this is something that will be helpful to us to be able to sell more. There is also global recognition of GI tag products today, so government helps out in getting all these things in uh, place. Adoption of technology, so initiatives like this where we are introducing the exporters to new technologies is also something which is important. And there are other sector areas that the government focuses like seafood, market diversification efforts, so that supposing we are only doing trade with as an exporter with one or two countries, and given the global scenario, it may happen that that particular country may be say affected by a pandemic or maybe a civil war. So we cannot depend on only one country today. We should be able to have a diversified market for our products so that if anything happens also, it is not going to affect us in that bad way. So we need to diversify our market. Then of course the government is doing a lot of effort in training and building the capacity. We've already covered these, so I'll skip them. We'll come to the major export destinations which are there from Tamil Nadu. And as we talked, they are mostly US, European Union, the Middle East and ASEAN countries. And they contribute a significant share in Tamil Nadu's exports. If we want to see a little bit on the numbers, so 16% of our exports is happening right now from United States of America, US, and largely we are exporting food processing. We are also exporting a lot of automobiles and auto components, textiles, leather and footwear, as well as machinery. Then for European Union, our export share is around 10.7%, where again it is automobiles, textiles, food processing, leather, footwear, and many other categories. Less than that is Middle East, 4.9%. And here again, we are selling variety of things and in ASEAN countries. Now, the good part is that we are having a capacity to take over much more exports in each of these markets. All these markets are demanding more of India's products. They want quality, they want more innovative products to come, which have a better shelf life, which have a better health quality as per their requirements. So all these things are in our favor. If we look at what are the top 5 exports, where we look at US, little bit specific to the agri side, which is the area that we are kind of looking into today. So the first product that we are selling most is cucumber and gherkins. Okay. Now here, 148 crores of exports happened in the last 6 months in this financial year. And the main ports are mentioned here. They are mainly happening to the Tuticorin, Kutapalli, etc. These kind of ports are taking this forward. So a lot of our cucumber is going out, both preparation as well as preserved formats. We are also exporting a lot of processed fruits, juices and nuts. Processed fruits, juices and nuts are again contributing to around 75 crores of business overall, and we are exporting them through multiple ports. We are also sending floriculture around 31 crores to various countries, to US, sorry, and miscellaneous other preparations. I think to support the cooking, we are sending some other preparations also. We are also sending processed vegetables. I think like cut vegetables, frozen vegetables, or dried vegetables. We are sending them, and this is again 18 crores. So if you see, except for cucumber and the first category, we have a big scope to increase in even the top 5 exports from Tamil Nadu. And the demand is there. We already are doing, but I think the scope to increase is there. Again, if you look at Germany, similar statistics are there, but here in Germany, the cucumber category is not that much. We are not selling. We are around selling 29 crores. Processed fruits is 25 crores. Processed vegetables is the third category here, around 19.88 crores. Again, flowers and cereal preparation. So here there is new entry of cereal preparations here. But again, the quantities can increase and the value also can increase. Then to Middle East, non-basmati rice is our top export, which is around 69 crores. It is happening to cryptocurrency and ICD. Processed foods, vegetables and juices, nuts, 62 crores. Cashews we are selling, and it has a very big demand because Indian cashew is actually richer. Right now, what we are getting in India is the African cashew, but our Indian cashew has much more intrinsic value in terms of the nutrients in the global market. And I think that is a very big scope to grow. 21 crores, alcoholic beverages and poultry products. When we say ASEAN, let us take one example of Indonesia. Here, just groundnuts we are selling, exporting around 346 crores. Jaggery we are exporting with confectionery of 25 crores. Processed fruits 16 crores. Poultry products 10 crores and non-basmati rice 6 crores. So if you see here, if we can sell groundnuts to Indonesia, I'm sure we have good scope to sell the same product in other categories. And also when it comes to jaggery and confectionery, again, we have seen global markets are looking for innovative products, with combination of nuts, millets, and many other new preparations that we have been doing, which are more healthy. And again, they are in big demand outside. So, these statistics were presented so that you can get an idea that there is a big opportunity in food and agri exports, and there are tremendous potential to export to many more countries than what we are doing presently. One is within the same country, we can expand and reach out to more number of importers if there is proper guidance and support. Number two, we can also expand to many other countries, not just to the present country where we are exporting. And this is where the opportunity lies in. So we have high potential agri products that are in big demand, like for example, as we discussed, organic rice, ponni, siraga samba, the millets, finger millets, pearl millets, also the value added products from these products like millet derivatives, again big demand if we can make them tasty and healthy. Then we have spices which are in demand, especially organic turmeric, black pepper, coriander, processed fruits like bananas and mango, and also vegetables like brinjal, okra, and gourds. So these are high potential products for exports which are there with us. There is also a very big emerging trend right now where we are looking into the demand for sustainable products and organic products outside the world. So there is big popularity of Indian cuisine. People really like to enjoy South Indian, North Indian foods globally, and this requires our ingredients to be exported. And this is a big opportunity for us. We can sell our derivatives or our innovative products like masalas, spices, our vegetables into these countries and take advantage of the popularity of Indian cuisine. There is also export readiness and a big interest from the FPOs. They are coming forward and they want to directly also sell and export. And we are here to support them for their competitive pricing and market penetration. Coming back to why Tamil Nadu has achieved so much is also because of the well-defined policies and the proper support they have planned and executed in the past. This includes they have set up food parks and cold storage facilities within the state, like Perendurai Food Park, Tindinvanam Agri Processing Park, and Tutukudi Food Park. There are also agro processing clusters which help in infrastructure development and also guide on value addition for their products. Then the government incentives, like for example, subsidies for food processing units, export promotion grants, and financial assistance for certification and compliance. All these things the government is continuously doing so that the exporters can enable to export more in the future. Particularly TNAPX has been set up for promoting exports, and here it plays a pivotal role in promoting this kind of work which is going on in the state. They are including themselves in all these initiatives like capacity building, promoting technology, and other areas of market development and support. Now let's come back once again to where we are and what are some of the challenges that are faced by the exporters when they start exporting or when they are already exporting. Why do most of the exporters fail to achieve global business growth? So they start with a lot of energy and enthusiasm, but many times we find that they are somewhere not able to achieve the kind of growth that is possible in the global markets. The first reason is that there is lack of market understanding. So when as exporters, we have a good product and we want to export, we want to be sure that the market has a need for that product. If the market is not having proper need of the product, here itself, we are going wrong. So, lack of proper market understanding is one thing that sometimes, in a big hurry and energy, enthusiasm, we forget to really research. So, we need to really understand what is the local regulations in that country, what does the consumer in that country prefer, what is our competition of that product in that particular country, and what is the market, in which cities I have to get into, what is the pricing I should fix, all these things, what will be the way I should be able to transport, what will be my full cost, All these things require proper market understanding. And this is something many times we are not able to capture when we are starting our journey. Second reason is we are having inadequate operational readiness. Now, this means that we have not planned properly for our supply chain. Now, today I may be an exporter being able to provide 10 metric tons of required product, but my order may be of 20 metric tons. It may happen. In that case, I cannot say no to my importer. I should be able to source. So I have to be well aware of the other traders or other same quality manufacturers in my industry. Here, supply chains become very important. Second thing is, I have to also give equal importance to quality control, because if I'm not complying with the global standards, my reputation may be spoiled when I'm doing my shipments. They may not find the product up to the mark, and in that case, my product may be returned back. And also, my confidence may go down. So, I have to prepare myself completely on the operational side as well by having a good sourcing mechanism and also knowing about how to handle the quality control measures required by that country beforehand, before I even start looking into the exports. Third thing is, I may have good product, maybe the market also has a need, I have good importer also, but I'm not doing my proper marketing and branding. My packaging is not good. I'm not able to deliver it on timely basis. I'm not educating my client about what value I am bringing to the table. Maybe because of lack of understanding of marketing, maybe because of lack of communication channels, whatever may be the reason. But if we neglect the marketing and the branding, it becomes very hard for exporters because we are competing at a global scale. Our product is not the only choice that they have. They have the choice of so many other products from other countries. So we have to be competitive in making sure that our product always looks attractive to our particular customer. It has got good marketing. It has got good branding, right? Then only we can actually achieve and compete. Otherwise, it is very hard. Again, here it is one area we think that our product is good, so it should sell. But sometimes it may not be the case. Other area is financial. Also, I may not manage my financials properly. I may not understand the payment terms. For example, I have given them indefinite credit period. We don't know when the money is going to come. Then I have not done the proper paperwork. I have not done the MOUs with them. I don't have any paper, or I don't have any proper insurance also. So there can be unforeseen risks, like for example, suddenly a civil war may be there or a disturbance may be there, like how we are seeing in Bangladesh. These are some things which we cannot plan in advance. Now, if such a situation is happening, then my business should not be affected. It should continue. And that is where it is very important for me as an exporter to plan all the things of my business and export right from my costing, making sure that I have done proper paperwork, proper MOUs with my importer. I also have the payment terms. It can be through a banking segment or it can be through cash in advance. I'm not giving my BLs without checking that the BL party is genuine or not. I cannot just ship my cargo like this. So all those proper measurements have to be taken, plus my margins, because if I'm not making margin, then my business will not be sustainable in the future. I have to be able to get my next set of raw materials also. So my cash flow should be good. All these things again need proper management. Plus, I have to know about my competition. I cannot just get into any market without knowing which other countries are coming into that market with the same product. Like, for example, if I am an exporter of sugar, today, Brazil sugar is really capturing a lot of segments in the world. So I need to know what is Brazil sugar's advantage, what is its pricing, how can I compete with that? All those things I should also know why people will prefer me. and who's that particular customer who will prefer me. Second thing is I should know about the logistics. How will I send my material? Like if the country is very long distance, then will my product sustain in the journey? Or maybe by the time it reaches, the condition is not good of that particular product. So it may just be returned back, in which case my whole amount is lost. I have to be very careful on those aspects also. So logistics, I need to plan properly. If there is anything, rising costs which I have not factored in, because sometimes the fuel prices may increase, and therefore, because of the fuel prices, there could be logistics cost increase as well. Those things also I need to keep in mind. And then the regulations, of course, the regulations which are related to the export documentation. What exactly do I need in terms of phytosanitary certificate, or I need any kind of inspection or QC certificates which need to be presented at the time of exporting. When I select a product, some of the things that come to the mind, if supposing I'm a completely new exporter, now these are some of the things which possibly we should keep it in mind while selecting a product. I know it is a very short time to cover everything, but maybe you can make a note of it. My background, am I already coming from a family of exporters? In that case, my background will matter a lot. If I'm not an existing exporter, my family has not been into export, am I selling at least within India a certain product? Because in that case, I will have that product knowledge. Then second part will be, what is my financial capacity? So depending on my financial capacity, I will have to decide whether I can sell a full load container, half load, or I have to kind of work along with other exporters. My financial capacity will play a role here. Then what is my network presently? How I can get to the importers who need my product and those who are genuine. What is the demand? As we discussed, the market has a proper demand or not. Then the availability. When the demand will come, can I actually make my product available to them? If the timing is not there, supposing they place the order and up to 30 days I'm not able to provide, then the importer will feel very depressed and they will not possibly give me that order. So availability of my product is also very important. And then adaptability, as we discussed, the order maybe more, maybe less. I should be able to adapt. They may ask something which is a derivative of that product. Like instead of just banana, they may ask for banana powder. Then also I should be able to give. So I have to be continuously understanding the trend in the market and making myself adaptable. I should know the policy in that market. What is it that they restrict? What is it that they will check and do inspection for? These things are very important. Otherwise, I may just lose my entire shipment and I may lose my money. What are the government schemes also? Because many times government is incentivizing exporters. So what are the schemes that I can benefit out of for my product, and how can I benefit from them? Then I need guidance on packaging. Depending on how nicely the article or the product is packaged, the consumer in the global market will pick it up from the shelf. So getting the right packaging partners is very important. Not only it will make sure that your product will have a lasting shelf life, it will also add to the marketing of that product on the shelf. So packaging is extremely important, right? Choosing the right packaging partner. And then looking into the profitability continuously, right? So it has to be a profitable business. Otherwise, we may end up we are completely loss making company. So if we want to become a successful exporter, it is a step by step journey. It is not that suddenly within one day I can learn everything. It will take a considerable amount of effort and time. But the good thing is that there are supporting initiatives by the government, by agencies like TerraSourcing, which are here to help you. So you have to start with a journey by ensuring that you have a good quality product and you have the required certifications. That's the first step. Then you understand your requirements and how you can match them, how you build your unique selling proposition around that particular product. Then you build your relationships, identify your importers, build the relationships. And then you look at digital tools for market access, like for example, TerraSourcing's platform, which we will talk about. In short, just to close this complex mechanism of exporting, this just gives us how we do a complete export cycle. So we start as an exporter, we maybe at a factory if we are into food processing, or maybe directly if we are into commodity. We do our first shipment, it could be through sea, it could be through train, also flight, or through road. In some of the countries here also, like Nepal, Bangladesh, we are even sending through road. Then we can send it via, we have to understand how the CFS will work, the carrier freight system, the CHA. Then it goes to the port where it will be onboarded. The shipping company will onboard it onto the vessel. From the vessel, it will again go to the port in that particular country. In that particular country, there will be a clearing office. The clearance office will again have a CFS and a CHA, clearing housing agent, and then they will look into all the papers. Based on if your papers are fine, then the importer will get that particular shipment. It will reach to the destination place, and from the destination place, it will reach to the buyer warehouse, and from that buyer warehouse, it will reach to the final consumer, the retailer, or whosoever it may be. So this is, I think, a good comprehensive understanding of what all the government has been doing and what are the typical difficulties that exporters are facing. Now we will present about some of the things that TerraSourcing has done to support the exporters. We have three core services, as we talked about, one of which is the lead verification. Where we help in looking into your leads and identifying this service, the lead verification, how we do about it. So for example, we get a lead from say Germany for my particular product, say rice. I don't know whether that particular company in Germany is genuine also or not. So we will follow these four core steps, and I will go into more details in the next slide. But high level, we will check about the company's presence on the internet. We will also check the company's presence using public databases. Like in India, we have the registrar of companies, ROC. Similarly, in other countries, there will be registrar of companies data. Plus, there will be other data, like for example, the economic zone data where the exporters are listed. So we have to go there and check the licenses. We can also check their market and trading information. Supposing it is a very large listed company, then we can check whether the company is doing continuously good business with our country or not. And then we can also do further follow-ups. Once we are satisfied with this, then our team will reach out to that particular company on your behalf and check that you have got some business with India in the past or not, and then ask for the references in terms of if you have done the work, what was your bill of lading, whether it was genuine or not, and what was the value and the volume of exports that you have done with the companies in India. And then again, we can again check the authenticity of the Indian companies. So coming to the first step, we will do company website check, whether it is genuine website or is it a fake. We will check their address, email, and phone from government websites and registrations. We will check about the company directors' profiles. We will check their social media profiles. How old are they? Are they actually doing the business, or it is just come up in the last 3-4 months? We will check them on LinkedIn as well as other B2B listing sites. Then we will write them the intro email and do a phone call. We will check their trade license, tax license, import licenses, and also we will approach the Chamber of Commerce where they might have a membership, and we will cross verify their membership. Then we will get their market and trading information. We will check their trade volumes, what kind of clients they are working with, and check with them. And then finally, we will ask them one-to-one questions like, what was your references from India? What volume of trade have you done? From where did you buy? And who was the point of contact? What is your previous bill copy, BL copy, and LC formats? Do you have an ECGC number? Because if they have an ECGC number, then we can also validate it from ECGC. ECGC is nothing but a insurance provider from the on behalf of the government of India. So here it is a sample importer verification form. Maybe I can present a slightly bigger version. I'll present. Yeah, is this visible? You are able to view the file.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, yes. Thank you.
So yeah, you can. So this is, for example, a sample report. Now I may have just got a company called Golden Praxis from UAE who has approached me for business, and I don't know whether this is actually what kind of company it is. It may be a genuine company, but I don't know about it. So they have just provided this information that I'm Golden Praxis and I'm from UAE. That's it. I don't have any other information. So my report will generate the registered address. Now this number, etc., is found out from the registration of companies in Dubai. They have a Department of Economic Development and they have something parallel to the ROC in Dubai. These addresses are picked out by technology from those websites and databases. It's not what he has entered. Then these three addresses correspond to his three centers that are listed in those websites, which means that genuinely he has registered for three offices. Then we check the website, whether it is verified or not, which means that this website should have an SSL certificate. Again, we use a lot of technology behind whether it is valid website or not, it has a proper SSL or not, does it bounce back, and is it not a blacklisted website? All these things we can check. We can also check the email that he has provided is a genuine one or not. We can check whether it will bounce back. Again, we use APIs and we use technology in the backend. We can check the fax numbers, that it is a genuine number or not, or is it a fake number. Then we will check in Dubai what is his membership number, what is his license number, and the expiry date of license. If his license is expired, right, then we need to ask this particular person, how have you not renewed, why you have not renewed your license? This is a red flag. This we need to know. Then all their social media profiles will be picked out, like Facebook, LinkedIn. We can also ask them particularly for their IEC codes and their DL document numbers. What was it that they have last done? So in many cases, we can easily find out their ECGC details and other things from their registrations in the Chamber of Commerce. So this is something that we can, do to get a better understanding of whom we are dealing with. After this first level, then as we discussed, we go into the next level of doing the calls, arranging that verification calls ourselves, and then taking the next steps. Okay, so 1 second. I'm once again presenting the right. So this is what we discussed. The second service that we do is market research reports. Now, in the market research reports, we can generate most of these reports using data and AI. And we can generate it depending on the product that you are looking for. Like say here, there are some samples. We have almost a database of 200 plus products that we can provide a market research for. Could be apple, could be tea, could be turmeric. And you can choose your product. You can choose from which country to which country you're looking to export. So supposing you are exporting from India to Dubai for apple, that report will be different from the report to export rice from India to Dubai. So the problem right now is in the market, we have very few companies, or rather nothing. We have not been able to find any company which provides such customized reports. Because I want to know for my product, what is the relevant information in that country? I don't want general information about that country. So that is one of the big problems. And I can show you some of these reports. If you can see my screen. This is the report. Are you able to see my screen? So you can see my screen. This is the market rice, rice from India to Dubai. And again, this can be refreshed because we are pulling out the data on a real time basis. So this is not that I give this report and it is outdated and still I have to use it. So we can identify from which states we are producing, so we can get connected with those suppliers. We can understand the production, etc. We can understand the export trends. So presently, other exporters, where they are exporting, what is the requirement, what are the volumes, etc. And then what are the insights, how many people are buying long grain, medium grain, short grain rice, what is the growth trends, what is the documentation that is needed for rice exporters, like for Dubai, what exactly do I need to be ready with, then what is the potential of the Dubai, how much they exported last year. All those things are very important for me, because if the trend is going down, then maybe I'm going to face more competition. If the trend is going up, then what is there that they are buying? So all these things we can actually even do without going to that particular country first. So we can see major varieties of rice that they are importing presently. They are, of course, doing basmati, non-basmati also, what they are importing, like katrani they are preferring, ponni they are preferring. So what is the share? And what is the market demand for rice overall? Is the trend increasing? Right? So all those things can be plugged out. What will be the approximate shipping costs? If I want to ship, from which ports are there where already a lot of shipping is happening? What can be the volumes? What can be the approximate cost for these kind of freights? How can I get the insurance? What will be the approximate distance and transit times? These things can be covered. Port charges can be covered, because nobody gives exactly the port charges. We can try and get those. Then the logistical challenges when we are, so this is again from the importing perspective, and then we have all these links where you can go through them in more detail. Okay, so this is our second service that we do. Then coming to the third part, where we talked about the training program. So this is an introductory webinar, but we can work on creating and working on a full-fledged export success mastery program, where we can cover up in 3 phases the exports related requirements, to cover the basics which makes you ready for the exports, which includes export essentials, lead discovery maps. How do you find correct leads for your particular products? What is it that you need in your outreach kit, in your media kit? What all is needed so that you can arrange for them, and we will facilitate, because TerraSourcing as a platform can help in creating those virtual interfaces, virtual meetings with the leads, guide you on the way. Even language translation we can help, because supposing you get a lead from France or Germany and the importer is not able to speak, then again it's a challenge. So we can help by using data and AI in the background to be able to help in translations. Authenticity of lead we covered. Global markets, we can go more deeply into that particular market. We can help you creating that insight. And of course, the very important step of compliance. What is it that is needed from a compliance perspective? How do you communicate with an external importer from another country? And what are the overall soft skills that are needed to be able to also export? So these are some of the benefits that you will achieve if you partner with TerraSourcing. You can have definitely an increased market reach. You can enhance your profitability, because it will reduce the burden of doing a lot of things on your own. We will be able to help you having faster time to market and reducing the risk. And with this, I would like to close the session and say that let's build the future of Indian exports together. And it is time now for India to dominate global trade. And export promotion councils and TNAPX are showing us the way that so much more is possible with a competitive spirit. So with this, we open the Q&A session, and I would request Manikanta to please share the form on the chat window so that people can ask their questions. We can also take a couple of questions. We can maybe go one by one, and if you have any particular questions, we'll try to answer them now, or we can also get back to you. Time is short. Yeah, Vijay Bhaskarji, can you allow him? Yeah, please ask your question, Mr. Vijay Bhaskar. Yeah, please go ahead and ask your questions. Are you able to unmute yourself? Okay. Mr. Balmurugan, you can ask your question. I think Mr. Vijay is facing some difficulty. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Uh, if you understand in Tamil, or I
Sorry,
will,
I'm
I
not.
am okay, okay. A little bit speak in English. If you don't mistaken me, first of all, for all, sorry. I'm doing in a wooden plus oil and spice masala. I'm doing in a stone pulverizer manufacturing.
Okay.
If you give a taste and quality wise better, then better I give it all my products. Almost I'm doing a 30 products manufacture.
Mhm.
But the difficulty is marketing. I don't know how will be reach about the national, local or the international buyers to communicate with it. If you support the TNAPX, I will surely going in the next level. Suffering on almost 6 years to I will be market my product. I don't know how will be market. That's my major default.
Yes, no, it's a very genuine problem, and thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. One is that exporting is challenging, and you're successfully exporting 30 plus products. That in itself shows your grit and determination. So, in regards to getting importers and getting more qualified buyers, definitely we can help you out. We can connect your company with more number of internationally qualified buyers, and we will create your portfolio about your products and your company on our
Okay.
portal, and so that we can match. So your products have to be positioned in a very unique way. We have to bring out the uniqueness of your product in
And
our portfolio. Yeah.
and also doing another one product, the banana stem juice. Also, I manufacture. This is a fresh method, not any chemical added. The preservative is government approval 1%, but I will add in a point 0.5 6 month expiry validity. That is that product will be launched on few days before.
Okay,
That is also I
wonderful.
doing, but lot of thought, lot of ideas. I have it. Lot of products are also I will have it ideas, but the reach of marketing will be the main problem.
Mhm.
If anybody ask, I need this product, send a lot of quantity. I will surely to send the prepare and get soon to give the product.
Sure,
Uh,
sure, sir. Sure, sir. So this is, I mean, very, very new concept. So, we can definitely try to help you out with connecting you with the importers. We are also working out a path with TNAPX so that even other exporters like you can benefit, and we are on this mission together.
and also I will do it. Add, any buyer will white labeling give our product in a white labeling. Surely give also.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
is not an issue.
Yeah, that is also a good idea, because in many cases, the entire work of doing marketing and labeling and everything may take some more time. So we
Yeah.
can connect you with the wholesale buyers also from the
Uh,
international markets. We'll have to see and create that profile. It will take some time, but yeah, slowly we are attempting to reach that.
Thank you.
Are
Thank
you
you so
are
much.
you member of any export promotion council, sir, apart from TNFX?
No, sir. No, no, madam. No. This is the first.
Okay,
Hello.
understood. This is the first
Okay.
one. Yeah, understood. No problem.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for your question. Anyone else has a question? Thank you. Mr. Vijay
Thank
Bhaskar, are you able to unmute yourself now?
Yes, madam.
Yeah,
Now,
please go ahead. Yes,
madam,
yes.
I mean, I noted down, few of the points which you were telling. And madam, just tell me, what is the then basically difference between like market research between you and companies like DNB who are offering their reports? Like, I mean, DNB, of course, I'm sure, you would have heard about DNB, who are giving their, reports on, foreign buyers.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
So,
number
sir,
one.
yeah.
And number
Yeah.
two is, what about, see, suppose, import verification, you were talking about importer verification, right? Okay. What about the payment track record? That also you just give you a, I mean, uh, view on their, payment track record. That also just we like to know. Yes, ma'am.
Sure. So, sir, I think DNB, you mean Dun and Bradstreet? Is that what you're referring to?
You are right,
The
ma'am.
report?
You
Yeah.
are right.
So Dun and Bradstreet does publish the reports, but sir, the question is that they generally give industry-wide reports, which is now, sir. For example, if you have heard Mr. Balamurugan's question previously, he has very specific innovative products in his portfolio. He wants to look at that particular product's performance in the market. I don't want to see what is the general trend of spices in ASEAN countries. That will not help me. That I can understand. But specifically for my particular product and my scale and size of the company, I may be a small or a medium enterprise. How do I crack that is difficult. Second thing is Dun and Bradstreet type of companies will not be able to give you the real data, real time data every time on like we are generating these reports based on the government traded government statistics which government is publishing on various portals, but it is very difficult for an exporter to understand because we have been working in the field of data analytics for the last 10 years and we have a team of data scientists and capable business analysts. We are able to extract that information and present to you in a very simplified way, which also can be specific to your product. This kind of customization, a very large company like Dun& Bradstreet will not be able to do. And second thing is they are extremely expensive. None of the market research reports typically will be less than 2.5 to 3 lakhs per report. So it's very difficult for an average exporter to be able to actually afford these kind of expensive market reports every quarter. So these are some of the problems. Second thing is coming to that payment schedule and the credibility analysis. This is also a very important aspect. So what we do in our verification process is we do the social media testing, then we do the checks with our calling, and when we are satisfied and depending on the exporter's convenience, we also connect them with ECGC. ECGC has connects with 150 countries or more than that globally. And they have access to DNB data as well as the entire credit history of most of the big importers across the world. So they can validate because we cannot get the credit risk profiling of an importer like this. It is not publicly available data. Like even my credit risk rating or your company's credit risk rating is not public data. This can be only initiated on one-to-one basis. So again here, government gives that a provision to create that channel. And we can help you in connecting with that channel. Do I answer your question?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm glad to have your contacts, madam. You or your company's contacts.
Yes, sir. So TNAPX is coordinating this effort. We will share all the details with you. We have your registration details. We will take it forward. Don't worry.
Thank you, ma'am.
We will also circulate a form. Please share the form link. Form link is also shared. Please ensure that you are filling that form link so that your questions are also there with us. Any other questions? Feel free to also share your feedback so that we can improve ourselves going forward.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Hi, Satish Kumarji. Please tell us your question.
Ma'am, I'm Satish Kumar, ma'am. I'm from Tamil Nadu, Tiruchengodu. I have a good contact with vegetable sellers, ma'am. I like to export vegetables all over the world, ma'am. I have all the export registration, operator registration, GST registration. I have own website, everything I have, ma'am. But the important thing is the importers are not. I am contacting lots and lots of importers from other countries, but I'm not getting any replies from them, madam.
Yeah, so that is again a problem. What happens is, Satish Kumarji, when we are working on a global scale, one is that sometimes they just give the email IDs, and when we are contacting them, maybe it is going into the spam folder. So those things become challenging. Second thing is we have to understand the various time zones that they are operating in, because if we are sending them the communication when it is night time for them or it is not working time zone, they may not get our queries. And as you can understand, as a businessman, everybody is busy, and getting somebody's attention requires more focused effort and sometimes planning also. So again here, what we are trying to enhance through the platform is that registered exporters, we will conduct their virtual meetings using the time zones, again using a lot of technology behind. So supposing you are dealing with an exporter in Germany, and you're also dealing with an exporter in, say, Africa, the time zones are going to be very different. So we will be able to push your mail in that person's working time zone. Now you cannot be as a human being working 24 hours, because you have your business also to handle. So that is where the role of technology will come in, plus the language connect. So we have to maybe work on the email in such a way that it appeals to a German, what we are speaking. That context of language becomes important. Then we can next, once if we're still not getting, then we can take help of the export promotion councils and try and get the POCs. We can also integrate them with the WhatsApp bot, because in many countries WhatsApp is another way in which we can reach out. Again, doing these things personally for a business owner and small exporters is very hard, because you have a challenging business on one side where you have to do the daily business works, and at the same time you also have to expand. So that's where we come in, and we are trying to put that effort using a lot of technology which can integrate this meeting convenience, follow-ups, without you doing anything much. Technology should be able to help you, right? Yeah, so we are working towards that. It is not a very simple problem. It is a very genuine and a very big problem. Thousands of exporters are facing the same issues.
Okay.
And we are working towards it. Yeah. Any other questions?
Ma'am, again, Balamurugan.
Yes.
Ma'am, if you connect this is a Zoom meeting of any chance to be directly any big meeting to arrange the TNAPX in Chennai
Sure,
or
sir. Sure, sir. So we have Miss Ritika on the call. We have Miss Ritika.
that is possible to easily to communicate. I am not fluently in English, but anybody helps
Yes.
to be to fluently speak to another person. Is
No
possible
problem,
to
sir. Put Ritika's number in the chat window. We are just putting on the chat window TNAPX person, Miss Ritika. She can
Okay.
speak fluently in Tamil. She's
Okay.
also based in Tamil Nadu, and she is a member of TNAPX team.
Okay.
She will take up all your queries and
Okay.
coordinate with us one-to-one. So
Okay.
please post her number and her name
Thank
on
you
the
so much.
chat.
Thank you so much, madam.
No problem. Please note her number. I would request all of you to kindly note her number, which is shared on the chat window. Are you able to see it?
Few minutes, please.
Yeah. It's TNAPX Ritika 73587.
1 minute. சொல்லுங்க மேடம். Tell me, madam.
It's 73587
73587
068
068
69.
69. Thank you, ma'am. Ritika.
Miss Ritika. Ritika, she can speak and she is based in Tamil Nadu. She's the point of contact. She has a team of people who work with her. Okay. And we are also having a team of people. We, along with them, we can work on it and we can solve your queries. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please fill up the form. Have you all got the form link? Are you getting the form responses? Check the responses.
Ma'am, I have one question. Can I ask?
Yes, please. Yes, Mr. Sam, please go ahead.
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, what is the charge you are for all your services and all?
So, Mr. Sam, thanks for raising that question. See, we are working right now in collaboration with TNAPX. So,
Okay.
I would not disclose any prices at this stage one-to-one. If TNAPX engages us, we can take a group of people and we can give discounted prices to our supporting exporters. So for our services, you can visit our website. And right now, because we are early on in this game, so we are giving very, very heavily discounted prices for one-to-one exporters. You can reach us on that as well. But if you wait for some time, with TNAPX, we can do it at much more subsidized costs.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
But you can note down this query and you can put it in the feedback form so that we can discuss this with TNAPX.
Hello, ma'am.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you.
Typically, if you see the competitors, they are charging somewhere in the range of 2 to 3 lakhs per annum for such kind of only providing the leads. They do not provide, they only give the database. They do not give any kind of verification. They do not give any market research reports. Everything is charged separately and there is no such unique service at all available. That is the first thing. Only for pure database, most of the companies, very few companies are there, they're charging in the range of 2 to 3 lakhs per annum. But we are nowhere there. We are here for serving our exporters and we will start with a very nominal cost. Once we discuss this across, we can help you out. You can send in your queries one-to-one in the form. We can reach out to you separately.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, Mr. Kevin.
Where the feedback links are circulated, ma'am?
Sorry, Mr. Kevin, I could not hear your question. Can you please repeat?
Ma'am, I could not receive any feedback form links.
Okay, Mr. Kevin, we are just putting it again on the chat window. Can you see this Google form link? Or else, Mr. Kevin, please
Yes, ma'am.
tell us your
Yes, ma'am.
number.
I got it.
Yeah, you can fill it up there. If anybody is still facing a problem, please put your number on the chat window or you tell us your number. We will send you the form one-to-one.
Hi, ma'am. I'm Logia from Chennai. Can I ask one question?
Yes, please. Yes, Mr. Logia. Please go ahead.
Actually, what's the, exporters help from your side on medicinal plant exports, ma'am?
We can see the platform is something which can help in any area. So if you have a medicinal plant, we can work in that particular area. We'll have to see which are the countries. This is a little different from the rest of the exporters here. But in the same way, see, the product could be different, but the challenges are more or less the same. You will also face a difficulty with the entry strategy, whether there is a requirement of that product in the country or not, and who are your potential buyers. The questions remain the same, the context is different. So we can help you with that as well. So the TerraSourcing platform will not be restricted to only agri. It will expand beyond agri as well going forward.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Sure. Yeah. Any other questions? We'll take one last question and close maybe by 12:20.
Sorry.
Yes, Mr. Bala Subramaniam.
Ma'am, I had actually visited places like Chennai Trade Center and all those things. They are selling data like 99website.com. I had asked them whether you authenticate these companies like that. They said no, we had just taken this from various sources like media, Facebook, and all those things and present it to. It's up to you. It's up to you. You have to verify all those things and send goods to the particular customer or buyer like that, ma'am.
Yeah, very risky.
Yeah. Why I'm asking this question means I had already supplied to a buyer. Just one scam, ma'am. He had done volume up to 40 crores, ma'am. What he is doing, because sir, he is from like orders from India Mart, sir, Amazon, sir. Your qualities like the good those things. He had taken goods from me and had left the office. So that's only I asked whether there is any website or other those things to authenticate the place of operations of those things, ma'am. Like
No, sir, that's a big fraud that is happening. Not to scare our exporters, but yes, fraudulence are there, as we can see that this kind of frauds are in the international markets also, and there is proper setups. So it is very important that we really check the backgrounds of these importers, check their history, the way they check us, right? They check our product, they check our company, they check everything about us. So we also have a full right to check about them. We can't just give naively our products and just assume that they are good people. We have to check them. We also have to take proper insurance. If it is not, still you feel it is not convenient, you are putting a lot of money in that shipment, you must take insurance. So we guide you on that process also, because insurance cost, we think it is a very big, it will reduce our margin. But just imagine, what if our product shipment is lost? That is less cost to get insurance than to go for such a big loss, isn't it?
Okay.
So these things have to be properly guided. We cannot just jump into any lead we get and then just ship. We cannot do that way.
Yes, ma'am. What they tell me, ma'am, actually, first day itself, sir, your product is good and passed all certifications. Upon arrival of the destination port, they said, sir, now they had introduced a new policy. Your product got rejected. Like those things, they are delaying the payment, ma'am. That's only I asked.
It's very sad to know, sir, but unfortunately, that is why we have to safeguard ourselves. We have to be very, very careful. Thank you for sharing this feedback, because I think as a community of exporters, we should learn from each other also, and we should be very well aware of whom we are dealing with.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, gentlemen and ladies, for joining us for this session today. So we'll share this form across again to you. Please share your feedback so that we can request TNAPX to conduct this further, for your particular products and help you out in whatever ways we can. Sure. So thank you so much, and have a good day. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.